Hey guys, Bradyland here, and welcome back to Smoldering Reviews. This Smoldering review is on another new animatronic for Spirit Halloween 2021, Evelyn Leech. She is on my list this year. I didn't think I was going to be able to get her because, once again, this year for Spirit Halloween, it's kind of hard to find animatronics because you never know what store's going to have what, and there's been major delays this year, so I didn't really know if I was going to get her or not. She's on my list, but I was finally able to find her. Now the only one that's on my list that I haven't been able to get is Henry Hustle, so it depends on if I'm able to get him or able to order him. He might be featured on the channel before the Halloween season is up, but for right now, we are focusing on Evelyn Leech. Before we go into any detail or anything about her, let's go ahead and go over the box. The box is actually smaller than expected. She actually was not difficult at all to set up. She was actually pretty easy, one of the easiest ones I've ever set up. The box has the classic Spirit logo, and it says Evelyn Leech. Arms move forward to show you a closer look of her groom's head. Lights up with yellow LED eyes and has weeping and gasping sound effects. Stands 5 feet tall, and then there's the classic background, and then there's a picture of her. On the side, says Spirit, Evelyn Leech. Arms move forward to show you a closer look of her groom's head. Lights up with yellow LED eyes and has weeping and gasping sound effects. Then there's another little window with her picture, and it says stands 5 feet tall. The other side just says Evelyn Leech, and then it has a close-up of the head moving, and it tells you the same thing about how it gives you a closer look at the groom's head. Then it lights up with yellow LED eyes and gasping sound effects, and it shows a close-up of the head. There's the pictures on the side of the box. The top just says, before I go to the back, let's do the top. The top just says Evelyn Leech. She is $199.99, which is pretty pricey. I mean, her arms don't move hardly at all. I mean, they move a little bit, but it could have definitely been cheaper. I think $179.99 would have been a better price, maybe even $169.99, because she doesn't do that much. She's too extraordinary, but, you know, Spirit overprices a lot, and almost every animatronic could be cheaper, but I definitely do think that she could be cheaper. It says Evelyn Leech, and then it's her little story, or little poem, or whatever. It says, when Evelyn planned her dream wedding, she knew it would be a night no one could forget, including the groom. Her dress was perfect, her makeup was perfect, the flowers, music, food, all perfect. There was just one problem. Her fiancé wasn't exactly enthusiastic about their impending nuptials, leading up to the big day. Unfortunately, hubby-to-be had an accident while working late at his family's old mill. You can't have cold feet if you no longer have a body, right? So that's the little story on the back. Sorry about that word, nuptials. And then it says, you know, step pad, try me, multi-prop remote for indoor or covered porch use only, external speaker jack, volume control, and adapter. And that's it for the box. Here, get one last look at the front. There's the front of the box once again. Now let's go ahead and go over her. I'm actually the same height as her. She's pretty short. Probably one of the shortest animatronics that I have. I'm like the same height as her. She's got this dress on. It's pretty detailed. It's not just plain white. It's got, you know, this, you know, kind of sheer thing over it, and it got the kind of grayish dirt, so it's like kind of dirty, you know. So it looks kind of creepier and not just a plain white dress. And then her actual shirt, there's the sensor. It's like, you know, that wedding pattern with the flowers that you see in a lot of wedding dresses, so I like that detail. Her veil is, you know, just that white sheer fabric once again. It goes over her head. You can actually decide if you want to put it over her face or, you know, back behind her face. I decided to put it over her, or not over her face. I decided to put it behind her face so we can get a good look at her face. She's got black hair that comes down to the side of her head, kind of down like past her shoulders right there. Her face is very cool. I like it a lot. It's very detailed. I love that she has real eyelashes. It makes her so unique and different from any other animatronic that Spirit Halloween has ever sold, because no other animatronic has ever had eyelashes. And I think that's very cool because they're real eyelashes and makes her way more realistic. And her makeup is streaming down her face from where she was crying. Love the detail on it. And she's got the sad face look on her face. Sorry, that went out of focus. And her eyebrows are kind of, you know, in the sad position. love her face a lot. It's very detailed and it's so realistic. It gives a creepy feeling mixed with the makeup streaming down from her crying and the eyelashes and this the shape of the eyebrows and, you know, the lips and just the way the face is shaped makes it so realistic and creepy. I love it a lot. Her hands, you know, they're just like women's hands. Her fingernails are actually painted a little bit because, I mean, it was supposed to be her wedding day. And as for the head she's holding, the groom's head, his hair is kind of slicked back and he's got, you know, kind of gray skin like he's undead and, you know, the yellow bloodshot eyes. And he has a worried look on his face, too, like his head was just chopped off. And his mouth is open. He's got white teeth and just a red tongue. And it looks like his head was just chopped off and he has this shocked look on his face like he's just got killed. She's holding his head. Very creepy looking head. She's very... I've never seen an animatronic like this before, so I'm glad that she's in my collection because she's very different than anything I've ever had, and I like her a lot, and I think she's cool. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the demo. Okay, so I just plugged her in, so now she's on, so let's go ahead and get into the demo. One more time. So that's going to be about it for this Smoldering review on Evelyn Leech. Let me know what you think about her in the comments below. I really like her a lot. She's so different from any other animatronic that I have in my collection, and I'm really glad that I was able to get her this year. Let me know what you think about her. Stay tuned for her demo video, which should be going up the day after this one. But that's going to be about it. I hope you enjoyed the Smoldering review. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye, guys.